Hey there, it's Jenny, and I am here today to share with you how I planned this week in my classic size memory planner. And you can see I've got a bright and shiny new planner all ready to go. I'm going to use this princess sticker book from Walmart to decorate this week. I am using the Tiana stickers. I'm really excited about it too because they're so cute, and I just love this color palette for starting off the year. I think the navy and the gold and the green is just perfect for this. Anyway, we are going to start with the top center box for our decorating, and then we're going to move down to the bottom right. And I'm going to keep this simple because A, there's not a ton of Tiana stickers in this book. B, I am looking forward to changing things up ever so slightly in this planner this year. Not like massively or even probably worth noting, just maybe keeping things, I don't want to say more simple because that's not it. Just, streamlining maybe? I don't know. I guess we'll see, won't we? All right, so I use that triangle also as a mat for the sticker on the left-hand side. And so you can see that I have my visual triangle. I could draw a triangle between those 3 points of stickers. And it's great because it's doing exactly what I want it to. It's giving me the base decor, but it is very simple. Now I'm going to go back in and plan for the week. Now, what's that mean? That means that I am going to add the activities and the plans that I already know about to my week. So I will start with Tuesday because I didn't at this moment have anything on Monday. Now, of course, as time goes on, and you'll see that, I add things when they pop up because, when you sit down to plan, sometimes you get an email a couple days later that you have this meeting or this call or things like that. So obviously, in my regular planner, I leave plenty of room for those types of things. This planner, I do the exact same thing. I just do it a little bit differently since I plan each day as I go. Hence the title, Plan As I Go. I am writing one of our activities directly on the paper and just doing that standard fun writing that I've been doing recently, which is just slightly bigger, makes it look a little bit more imposing on the page. It takes up a little bit more room, and I'm really enjoying it. Now, I am writing directly on the page on Monday with my green mild liner. You saw me try those out just a second ago, find which one I thought went better. I had 2 different shades of lighter green, and they were both perfectly fine. I could have gone either way. I just chose this one because it seemed like the safer bet, and that at the end of the week, I wouldn't be not liking it or whatever. Anyway, so we are mixing and matching. You can see I wrote directly on the page, and then right above it, I have where I've written on the sticker. And then I'm using those little icons, I guess you call them, little tiny decorative stickers for bullet point stickers. So that's really fun. Now, this is that week, the no man's land in between Christmas and Thanksgiving. And so I am light on plans this week. So there will definitely be a little bit more writing, a little bit bigger, a little bit more decoration, that kind of thing. So, but I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's always really fun to be able to be a little creative. Now I'm going to pull out this sticker for Thursday and just put it down at the bottom. I'm using a lot of these tiny little stickers, which is unusual. I don't usually have the opportunity, mostly because A, the things that I write is a little bit more than that, and then B, my handwriting's a little bit bigger, so these can be difficult to use, but it's pretty fun. This is a Pentel brush pen. I really like these for my planner. I think that the brush size allows me to write in the proper size, like proportionately to the page. And so like the Tombos, I like them fine, but the brush is really big, so I would have to write really big, and I don't always need that. So hence why I really like these, and I really like the particular firmness of this brush. I'm not actually saying it's firm, it's actually pretty soft, but I really like this pen a lot. So, All right, so we are moving right along. I am going to look for something this is a homemade sticker book that I made, DIY, if you will. I bought sticker paper. I will link you up to it down below, blank sticker paper. And then in some of my deconstructed Happy Planner sticker books, I have separated them by color. And then if it wasn't, say it was a Christmas sticker, or right here, as we're looking at New Year's stickers, I have colors and then I have special occasions. So for example, holidays, just because I can't put a Easter sticker with 14 different colors in one particular thing, and I might be looking for an Easter specific sticker. I got to this idea because I plan in a very specific way, and very often it's motivated by color. Like, I need a specific sticker because I need a specific sticker that is a specific color. I mean, often it'll be like, oh, I need a yellow checklist. Okay, well, I'll just go to my yellow section and I'll find a checklist in there. So that's why I've created this book. I love it. I think it really works well for me. I'm looking at possibly taking apart some more of my Happy Planner sticker books. This actually isn't that many of them, believe it or not. So I look forward to doing that in the coming year, hopefully. Now I am going to go back and plan Monday now, and I'm just doing the same thing, adding my flare, or not my flare, I'm sorry, my mild liner. That took me a second to think of. And then I will write the activity directly on top of the mild liner. I don't use the mild liners to highlight because, oh my gosh, it's super important. It must be notated. In fact, I use the mild liners to add the pop of color to the page. And I think it's just really fun. I am at this point really starting to notice how the mild liners in particular, but also the mild liners are writing on the paper. It really feels different and the result looks different. I did not mention this at the beginning of the video, but this will be the only week I will use this planner. I am experiencing a significant amount of shadowing and even a little bit of bleeding, and I've never had that happen before with a Happy Planner. And unfortunately, this just isn't going to work. I'm not going to stop using stamps or ink or those types of things just because the paper is not great. And so I will be casting this one aside. I've bought a couple of replacements that will work for me. Unfortunately, I really wanted this to work. I thought this was going to be great. The neutral pages were beautiful, and I was really excited about it, but it's just not going to work. And so, yeah, we're going to move on. I will show you in a little bit what I mean by the shadowing and the ever so slight bleed through. But the good thing is that you get to see all the pens that I'm using, which is just the mild liners, the Papermate Flare, and those Pentel brush pens that I've been using for a very long time in other Happy Planners and other planners as well. So the heavy shadowing and the bleeding wasn't happening before in other planners, so that's why I'm having to move away from this one. So I'll still be using a Happy Planner for my memory planning, like in my big Happy Planner, but that will be the only Happy Planner that I'm using in 2021, unfortunately, due to the paper. Otherwise, I would have been using several, but it's just not going to work out. So anyway, we are on Tuesday, and I love that big gold circle sticker. I think it's just really fun. It's a fun extension of that Tiana decorative square over there, and I love changing it up with the shapes. I think it really just keeps it really fun and whimsical and makes it feel a lot more, I don't want to say casual, but just not as super functional and streamlined. It adds a decorative effect right on its own. And then you can see I was able to pull out that reminder sticker from my DIY sticker book, and that's really cool too. All right, so we are continuing to look through the Tiana stickers and see which ones I want to use. I am trying to keep it a little bit with a green focus. So you can see right there, I'm just sprinkling the little frog, the little book, and then the little trumpet. That's just so cute. I'm going to need to remember that little function because I think it's great. Now we're adding a little bit of green with gold polka dot washi tape. I think this is actually washi from the Socialite collection. I don't know why I remember that because I certainly can't remember all kinds of things, but for some reason that sticks in my head. So now we'll go ahead and do Wednesday, and I do like to remove the page from the planner when we're working on Wednesday, just so that it's a lot easier to do as opposed to writing right next to the discs. And I'm using that Pentel brush pen again to write here. That's kind of the fun thing when you don't have a ton going on during the week. I can add some more of these little decorative things like the brush pen, because sometimes, some weeks, that's too much space. Like if you're really busy and I have so much to notate, even that much extra space can be a problem. So it's really just making sure that I understand how many things I need to write in the planner each week. Now, I did mention earlier that I am using the planner as a memory planner with no photos. So I'll explain this more again when I give you my 2021 planner lineup, but I treat this as I love to try new planners. And so when I try new planners, that means that at the end of the year, I don't have one that just goes on the shelf. I have all these mishmash of planners with a few weeks here and a few weeks there, and I don't like that. So I've decided to have one planner and then decorate it each week. And then if I want to try something new, I'm positively can do that. But I can have this one that will rest on my shelf at the end of the year, and it'll be complete from the beginning to the end. So that's what I mean when I say a memory planner with no photos, or my classic size memory planner. Now I'm going to add another decorative sticker right there because that was it. That was all I had right there. I didn't have any more plans or anything else, and I had the room for an entire full sticker. But that is the week between Christmas and New Year's. There's just not that much going on, and so I can have a little bit more space to add just the pretty little things right there. I finally added this cute little Tiana as well. She just looks adorable right down there. I love that. It's just so fun to be able to use some of these decorative elements just due to space, and then also that this planner, I don't have to worry about making lots of room for to-do lists and those types of things. Now I am going to use just another teeny tiny little piece of washi. This is a white washi with some gold dots right there, and it's really very cute. Now I maybe should have continued on with the green one, and it would have kept like this cohesive line and it would have looked really cool, but no matter, it's done now, and I'll remember that for the future. Now you can see we are headed into the second half of the week, and for Thursday, there's really not a whole lot of room left since we did have so many decorative elements, which is newsflash fine because there aren't that many plans this week, am I right? So we are going to alternate where I wrote golf directly in the planner and then use a sticker underneath it as well. And I love to alternate that. I love how they look right next to each other, like having it varied back and forth. And so you can see I'm going to go back and write directly on the paper right below the sticker, continuing that trend. All right, now these triangles are great because I would not normally use these. You can see I used one on Wednesday too. Definitely not like a normal shape that I would put in my planner, but I think that it actually ends up looking really great, especially with the whole week together, of course. But I think it's just a really playful sticker, but still completely functional. I think that's great to be able to have both of those taken care of just by adding a different shape. Now, if you've seen some of my other more recent videos, you know that I'm also not only doing it in the columns where I'm alternating where I write directly on the page and where I write on the sticker, but I'm trying to do it horizontally as well when it's possible. It's not always possible to do that because sometimes there's just nowhere to put it or it doesn't make sense, that type of thing. But where it is possible, I am doing that. So you can see I did that right there, right next to that New Year's Eve. Had I done it up towards the top, that would have been a little bit more of a problem based on the fact that there was other writing on the page already, so I wasn't able to alternate. Now I'm going to skip ahead and just decorate that top box and leave the middle section of the first open, mostly just because I want to see how much decorative space is going on Saturday and Sunday based on my plans, and then I'll fill in that other section accordingly. Now there's a couple of stickers left that I can choose from. Again, I've used a large bulk of the Tiana stickers, so I don't have a ton left that are available or match this color palette, but I loved using that one up in the top right. It's very cute, and then I love how the both of those are a little bit off. They're not completely straight up and down, and they're tilting opposite ways, as opposed to it being like, I don't think so, with them pointed the same direction. Now I'm still using the little flowers as the bullet point stickers and having those match, but I have reached the point where I don't really have any of those tiny little stickers to write on any longer in the princess sticker book. So I'm pulling out the old faithful colorful boxes and using the gold right there as well. So now see, I did have the decorative element up at the top, but now I've managed to fill in the rest of the boxes. So now I can move on to Sunday and work there as well. And then I'll know what I should fill in Friday with. I know that seems kind of weird, but Friday is a very distinct full box space. And so I just need to see how many more of that is. What will I do with both of those? That kind of thing. Now I'm going to use the circle over on Sunday just like I did earlier in the week, mostly just because I like it, and then second of all, to balance the circles out on both sides. Now there is that bleed through and the shadowing that I was talking to you about earlier. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to see that. It's a little bit hard to capture on video, but it's really quite noticeable. Like I would flip the page and next week it would definitely be seen. I would have to cover it with a sticker. So that doesn't bode well for stamping and all the things that I like to do in my planner. But we don't need to rehash it. So I ended up adding a full box right there to the center. I just wanted to make sure that that was going to look good, and I didn't have any other ones directly on Saturday and Sunday that would be competing with it or make it just not visually look as great, since I had such a big space to fill in with decorative stickers. So now I'm going to add some more of that green socialite washi. It's so cute and it just goes so well, especially with the greens in her dress and the rest of the green items on this particular week. So I'm going to try to just sort of fill up a couple of the blank spaces, not because I necessarily need to. I just love the little pops that this green washi adds to the page. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and I will do my very best to get back to you. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.